Welcome filmmakers, fans, and friends to Indie Cinema Showcase, your #1 source for filmmaking, conventions, and everything in between. I'm Christina Carmona.
And I'm Jeremy Carpenter. Together, we'll be bringing you the best and brightest that Florida has to offer with focus on Central Florida.
In today's episode, we'll be speaking with filmmaker Chris Ballinger and checking out his film, Unperfect.
We will also revisit some of our past events and then check out what films you should see before you die.
All right, let's get things started. When Stanley, a mentally ill man, finds solace in a local woman, he finds himself stitching together the perfect plan to be with her. So for today's Show Us Your Shorts film, we present Unperfect, directed by Chris Ballinger.
Hey, Tubby! You got up the courage to come out into the real world today.
Well, I specialize in the science of spell cleanup.
I specialize in spill cleanup.
Hey! Leave him alone.
Oh, come on. We were just having some fun.
You get lost. You get back to work, or you can find another job. Whatever. Hey, come with me. Just leave this.
Lima beans, all right?
I don't care what kind of beans you want. I ain't eating this.
You cannot talk to me this way.
I will talk in whatever way I want.
Done.
Stanley?
Out of my way. Just
Stanley.
You're everything.
I'm the one who works around here. What the hell do you do?
I take care of him all day while you're off God knows where.
Well, and look how well that's turned out. This is all your fault. Smart-ass mouth. Why can't you be a normal fucking woman? Do not walk away from me.
I'm home.
And in our top story today, police are asking for your help in a string of missing person cases. 3 women in their 30s have gone missing the last few weeks. Please contact the
What took you so long?
I made you dinner.
Did you remember to stir it and microwave it another 30 seconds?
Please stop telling me what to do.
Stanley, you can't be my son if you can't use a microwave.
I did it right.
It's cold.
Hi, Stanley. Can I sit with you? What you doing?
Sewing. It calms me.
What's this?
Nothing.
Doesn't look like nothing. What happened to it?
The guys stomped it. Couldn't save it.
I'm going to talk to them.
No, don't. It's stupid.
I'm in school for nursing.
My mother was a nurse. She used to put Band-Aids on me when I was hurt.
That's sweet.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I take your picture?
Sure.
you're down there playing with dolls, I will kill you. Dad? Leave me alone! How long you been out?
There's nothing wrong with me.
How long?
I don't know. A month?
A month. You're just like your mother. You ready for your cleansing? Come on. Come on. Stanley, you have to interact with normal people. Father Gabriel will
I
help.
have to keep sewing. It's gonna get cold soon.
Stanley Baxter, get in there now. No!
Stanley, are you okay? I got them.
Miss Alice, it is my job, you know.
Yes, I remember.
Be careful going in there.
The church?
There's bad in there.
You're so funny, Stanley. Are you seeing anyone yet?
No. It's never worked out.
It's not good to be alone. My Henry, he took a lot of work. I had to build him from the ground up.
Stanley Baxter. I knew you were up to something, but this is...
Shut up, Dad.
Get out of here!
Stanley! Stanley! Stanley, please let me go! Stanley, please let me go! I'm your friend! Stanley, I'll help you. What do you need? Please, please let me go! Stanley! Please let me go! I'm your friend! Please, 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 please let me go! Please let me go! Stanley, I'm sorry!
It's okay. It's okay.
No, 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 no.
I got you.
No, 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 no.
Our next guest discovered his passion for the arts in the Northeast, where he grew up inspired by his mother, a celebrated pastel artist. Starting as an actor in the early 2000s, Chris dedicated years to studying acting before realizing his true calling was behind the camera. This transition sparked his love for writing, directing, and producing, though he also explored cinematography by shooting a few short films himself. Ultimately, Chris found his greatest joy in storytelling through screenwriting and directing. So, for today's Industry Insight, we sit down with Chris Ballinger.
Hey guys, I am back in the studio with filmmaker Chris Ballinger. How are you?
I'm great. So very happy to be here. So
We're
thank you.
very happy to have
Yeah.
you here. Yes, yes. So I got to looking at your bio because I do a little of my
little
research.
research,
Yes,
yes.
I do just a little bit. So you're an actor and a filmmaker. You started with acting. How did you
did.
do that little transition?
Yes, I started as an actor, and I was on set. It was actually a bigger production here in Orlando back in the 2009, 7, 8 area. And I was just a stand-in then. And as a stand-in, you end up being out there with the crew all the time, setting up the shots and everything like that. And I was like, oh man, this seems super cool too. So I wanted to learn more about how all that works on the other side of the camera. So I did some film school and noticed that I liked the writing and directing when I was in film school, because I feel like when you go to film school, it's what you learn is like what you like the most out of it.
You do, right?
yeah.
Absolutely. Where do you find yourself in that?
It was funny because when I was in the school, nobody wanted to be a writer. They didn't want to write the project. They wanted to be the camera, or they wanted to be the director, or all that. So it was like, I'll do the writing. So that's how I just kind of fell in love with the writing aspect of it.
Yeah, and the writing is the most important.
Right?
It's the most important.
I know.
Without a great story, you don't have anything.
Absolutely, and I think that's what I learned, because when you're not in the business, I feel like, oh, you're an actor, because that's what everybody sees. So you're like, I want to be an actor, I want to be flashy, I want everybody to see me. And I still like being in front of the camera, but like you just said, it's
Starts
if you
with the
don't
story.
if you don't have that foundation,
You don't have a chance.
You don't have anything.
don't have a chance. You don't.
Yeah. So that's why I fell in love with the writing.
I love
and it's
that.
a challenge. It's a challenge of me against that blank screen.
Love it, love it. Now, Little Z,
Yes.
talk about that evolution, because it was a short film, then a series, and a comic.
It's been a lot. Yeah, back in 2019, I was actually watching a show called Santa Clarita Diet. I don't know if you've
Yes,
seen it on
yes.
Netflix. And this idea popped in my mind that I should make something similar to that, just put it as a little girl, going through, life as a little girl and going through school and feeling out of place when you're that age. I remember being that age and being awkward and everything like that. But then she's a zombie at the same time.
Yeah, it's even worse.
So, yeah, that's right. It's even worse.
Now, what draws you to the horror comedy? Because you've got the podcast.
I do. I have the Horror Comedy Hangout podcast with my girlfriend that's not in film. So we give the perspectives of the independent filmmaker and then somebody that just loves movies and watches movies. So.
Because that's equally important, because we make it for those people, right?
We do.
Yeah.
Not everybody in the world wants to make films, so but everybody loves to watch films.
Right.
So we critique and review films and TV shows, and then we also interview like this creatives in the horror comedy or horror space. So it's just another way to get out there and get my name out there, and I enjoy doing it very much.
I could see that. I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
Now, The Guardian.
The
right?
Guardian.
Can you talk about what inspired you to take on that story?
Yeah, because it's a little different from horror comedy.
Yes,
it's
very different. So that's why I'm like, okay.
I know it's a documentary, so a complete 180 shift from the horror comedy, but which I still like horror comedy. But this documentary, a friend of mine, we were in the fire department together. We were both retired from the fire department, and he was just 5 years retired from the fire department and just not knowing what to do. And we had kind of lost contact. And I talked to him one night, and he's like, "Hey, I'm this school guardian now." And I'm like, "What is this program?" I don't have any kids, so I'm like, I didn't know what it was about. So after the Parkland shooting in Florida, he was following the legislation, and Florida decided to make the school guardian program to have an armed personnel in the school to protect the kids if should that ever happen again. And he was one of the first people to go through the class. And it's just a story about him, how he went through the class and is in with the school over in Port Orange. And he's the nicest, kindest, most generous person I've ever met. And the kids, the principal love him, and he's just changed the lives of so many little kids there, because they're like 4 to 8 years old, so they're young kids. And I was like, oh my God, this is a story that needs to get out to the world, because it's such a a crazy subject that's out there that we have to deal with in
And
the world, unfortunately.
It's the reality.
It's the reality, and I see how he's made a difference, and I just want the kids and the families to feel more comfortable out there sending their kids to school, that there are people out there that are willing to put their lives on their line to save
that's
the
beautiful.
kids.
And it does hit close to home because as we chatted a little bit ago, I did go to Stoneman Douglas. So hearing that happen, I remember, I mean, it's been a while, but I remember walking down those halls and I would have never thought.
I'm sure you have chills.
Yes,
and it just gives
yes,
you chills
and it was crazy to see that and to watch that and that be my school. And when I went to visit home in New York, I saw like all the Parkland. It was beautiful, but it was super sad. So I'm glad you're doing something like that.
Oh,
and before we go, you do also have a children's book.
I do, which we did talk about backstage as well,
yes.
since you're a children's author as well. I'm in the process of doing the documentary now. I'm almost done with it, and I'm looking to premiere it at the school for the kids when they start school next August. And for some reason, it just popped in my head because I feel like I can take on the world, and I feel like I have enough time to do everything. And I was like, oh my God, let's just add something else into the mix there. And I was like, what if I had a children's picture book that the kids could read and learn about the Guardian program and how these people keep the schools safe, and it's about a little boy named Benny that is nervous to go to school because of all these incidents that's happening, and then it follows his POV going to school, and how Greg is his name, Greg the Guardian, and how he protects the kids from those things out there, those bad things out there. So,
well, Chris, thank you for the work that you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's wonderful. I can't wait to see it. Now, where can we find more information?
So you can find me Facebook on Chris Ballinger, and every other platform like Instagram and Twitter and all that, those at Ballinger Films, or at ballingerfilms@gmail.com. And then you can follow the podcast at the Horror Comedy Hangout Podcast on any streaming platform, or YouTube at Ballinger Films too, YouTube for that, and for the podcast. Yeah.
Very cool. Well, thank you again.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate coming out, and then it's been a little while to get this thing together, and I'm so excited to be on here, so thank you.
Of course, it's been a pleasure. All right, guys, well, that's it for us here in the studio, but stay tuned because there's more to come. If you would like to be a guest, have something to promote, or have your film featured on the show, visit us at our website at IndieCinemaShowcase.com. You can also catch past episodes while you're there.
Also, follow us on our socials, Facebook at ICSTV, and on Instagram and X as well at ICSTV Show. You can also reach out to us by emailing us at icstv@yahoo.com.
ICS Fun Fact. In Die Hard, Alan Rickman's shocked expression during the Hans Gruber's fall, totally real. The crew dropped him early before the count of 3 to capture a genuine reaction. Rickman wasn't thrilled, but the shot, iconic. Welcome back. Now it's time for our segment we like to call On Location with ICS. In this episode, we revisit Atomic Horror to check out everything horror you can purchase at the store, from collectibles to shirts and even some photo ops with your favorite horror villain. It can all be found at Atomic Horror, so let's check it out. All right, everybody, I am here at Atomic Horror with the owner, Brian. Brian, thank you for having us.
Thank you for being here. Thank you.
Yes, this is a fantastic place. My first time. I'm sure you're getting a huge influx of people now that we're going into the Halloween season.
It is spooky season. It's September, gets pretty busy for us. Once Horror Nights starts, you get people, I think everyone wants to get their shirts that they're going to wear at night. And then we get people from out of town who, we're closer to the airport over here, so people come with their bags or, stop in on the way in or out of Orlando.
Yeah, so tell me about the history.
The history is we just passed 2 years.
Okay.
I am a Floridian originally from Jacksonville Beach, and then I went to college here, undergrad. I had a crazy idea about a store, and I thought it would be really expensive to do in the city and really hard on my own. My brother lives down here, and so was like, I knew I needed free labor and,
Yeah.
and his creativity.
Get
so
the family in on
the
it.
two of us, I said, okay, this is the place to do it. It's a big metropolitan area, Orlando. It's full of people who obviously, are into spooky stuff. We have
Right,
a good
and
spooky community.
Halloween starts earlier in Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
I realized, 'cause I'm from New York, so Halloween didn't start until like October, like normal, right?
Yeah.
But then everything gets spooky here in August.
Yeah.
We're already into the holidays.
Yeah, it's like, I think Horror Nights is such a big thing for
Yes.
Universal that they started at the very end of August this year, like the last couple
Yeah,
of days.
it keeps getting sooner
Yeah.
and sooner.
And it's busy enough. They need
Right.
the time. And then there are a lot of other, there's things at SeaWorld, there are a bunch of
Right,
other.
and it
there's
just
a lot
makes
of trails
a
and
lot of
stuff.
sense.
Yeah.
Now tell me, why horror?
I was just thinking when I was pondering my next career that, like, what have I liked all the time?
Yeah,
through consistently from my life, what would I like to be around every day? And yeah, I was like, I like horror movies, and especially, like, if you look at the posters and everything in here, I like bad movies, cheesy
Right,
movies.
those are the best though.
I have a real appreciation for all of them. I grew up watching classic movies.
Yeah.
From, Dracula, the original, to, brand new stuff.
Right.
But, and then I feel like lived through the 80s and 90s, which were like really peak horror.
That is
periods
peak
for
horror. And why do
creating
you
these
think
guys.
people are so fascinated by 90s? We have so many other movies, but we keep going back
Yeah.
to this stuff, to the old stuff.
For one, special effects.
Yeah.
Like practical effects. People loved practical effects.
We do.
It
do.
It just made movies more fun. It looked more real. I mean, not things are made, what they can do now is incredible, but most of
Right.
the time you still know it's not
You
real.
could see it. We could just mix more practical with the other stuff, then that'd be great.
And even when they weren't perfect or even good,
Yeah. You could still appreciate
you
it,
would
yeah.
watch and you were like, I love that they made this thing.
And you've created something really special here. So you've done Michael Myers, you have Jason, you have Dracula, you have Goosebumps, you have Labyrinth. Those are the things I've already put them in the side because I'm gonna purchase them.
We have
So
Belial from Basket
what else
Case.
can people find when they come into Atomic Horror?
They're gonna find anything I can get my hands on, basically. And like, our bread and butter is what you'd expect. People buy a lot of shirts. People buy a lot of wall art, which we have small artists from, around the country, ones we select. And then we have a lot of old, media from black and whites from the classics, like tons of Bride of Frankenstein, things
Right.
like that. But then we have foreign, awkward, weird posters. I always put out like a Critters poster from Pakistan.
Right. I love
For
that.
people who find things they're not going to find somewhere else.
And
But then we build other sections.
Right. I was just going to say that. You've built something that's really cool, especially for today where people are on Instagram and they're looking for stuff to post. You've kind of given us like Instagram-worthy situations right here. You've got Michael. You've got a whole set with Jason, which creeps
Jason's
me out
in the-
because it
in the
feels too
woods,
real.
where he should be.
Right. And how did you choose who you wanted? You have Ghostface.
We've switched things out. I mean, well, Michael and Jason, I feel like, are just
They're
so
icons.
iconic
Yeah.
that everyone wants to see them. Our Ghostface corner originally was a They Live alien right next to his newsstand, because that's a They Live newsstand. But eventually it was like, Ghostface gets so much love.
He does.
He has so many.
He does.
I mean, I love Scream, but there are people who love
Scream. That is true.
So when we're like, okay, he belongs there.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a spot that might get switched out for other ones from time to time.
So you'll have to come back and see what he does.
But then Evil Dead 2 especially was such a big part of like an influence on me and my brother. The two of us like did the whole store.
Right.
And he, I would have ideas and he's the one who's really like, okay, I'll make Ash's Chainsaw. Okay, I'll make a tape player from the Evil Dead cabin.
I know now that my wife has become host to a Kandarian demon. I fear that the only way to stop those possessed by the spirits of the book is through the act of bodily dismemberment.
So it was like, we have to do a cabin. It's iconic
Yeah.
for horror, for not just Evil Dead. And then Elvira's here.
Elvira is here, and she is full force over here. Like, I feel all Elvira when I go over to that corner.
Yeah.
So what's next for Atomic Horror?
Well, we'll get through spooky season, which is our busy season. And we have done a couple of markets this year where we have local vendors, it's like a community. We're very happy to have other people who make and sell shirts and art and other things. So we'll do some markets for the holiday season in November, December. We just had an anniversary showing Critters at the Enzian, a local art house theater. So you'll see a giant Critters ball over that's been added.
Yeah.
We had a Critters standee, and we'll be there for their killer clowns. So we're just trying to engage in the community more, and then this next year, especially, you know, in the quieter spring months, to do even more of that.
I love that. So where can people follow you, find out more information?
AtomicHorror.com. You know, we have a website, and that'll also link you to our Instagram. We're active at atomic.horror. So just head to AtomicHorror.com, and then we're in Orlando on East Colonial, near the Executive Airport. So 4805 East Colonial.
Check it out, guys. Check it out. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
For our final segment, here's a film you should see before you die. This week's pick, Requiem for a Dream, directed by Darren Aronofsky and starring Ellen Burstyn, Jared Leto, and Jennifer Connelly. This film follows 4 people consumed by addiction as their lives spiral into delusion and despair. Released in 2000, it earned critical praise for its raw emotional impact. Requiem for a Dream is rated R, and it's our must-see movie before you die. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of ICS. We want to thank Chris Ballinger for sitting down with us and Brian from Atomic Horror.
Atomic Horror. Another place you went at. I didn't get to go. I want to go.
Next time, because I want to go back.
Oh, yeah, you keep saying that. We hope you learned something new, saw something that you loved, or got inspired to get off your couch and go make a movie of your own. Who knows? It might be good enough for us to screen on the next Indie Cinema Showcase.
And don't forget to follow us on our socials, Facebook at ICS TV, Instagram at ICS TV Show, and YouTube at Indie Cinema Showcase.
And if you want a chance to have your work, event, convention, or film festival featured on ICS, send us an email here at icstv@yahoo.com.
Until then, the set is closed, and as they say in the movie business, that's a wrap.
See you next time.